Christmas. It's not actually Christmas quite yet, but I'm getting into the spirit of the season already, and so is Durham County Council. Aren't they brilliant? They've set up a virtual, like online event, festival of food and drink, to support all the traders and the businesses that have missed out so much during this year. Normally, of course, we've had the wonderful food festivals at Seaham and at Bishop Auckland, and of course it's all had to be scrapped. Now, we're working on it, the council are working on the plans for next year, so let's keep our fingers crossed, everybody. But in the meantime, to support all the businesses and the traders, we've set up this event. Well, I haven't. I've just been invited to come along. I'm Karen, and I was on Great British Bake Off a couple of years ago. So I've been asked to come along and do something Christmassy for the cause. So I am. Here we go. First up, I'm going to do some decorating of biscuits. Now, you can find the actual recipe and method for the biscuits on the website. So the food festival website, Durham Food Festival website, where you can, of course, go online and look at the traders and purchase things and get all Christmassy, everything you can to help. But in the meantime, I'm going to do this. Now, I'm going to put my glasses on, and it's going to be really quick because, well, you've got other things to do, but look at me all day. So look what I've done here. You know your gingerbread men. Everybody knows gingerbread men. Well, if you turn a regular gingerbread man the other way up, you can make a Rudolph. I think they're great. So I've got those. I'm going to do a couple of those, and I've got some little ones on hangers for the Christmas trees. Hang them up. Another one here. Now this one has got a stained glass window effect. I shall just mention briefly how we do that. It's so easy. And my little favourite, I think, can you imagine if you did like a selection of these and pop them in a gift bag with some lovely ribbon presents? So I'm going to do some for you and see how we go. So I'll have to move these out of the way a little bit. So what I've got here are some cutters. I've used obviously a gingerbread man for both of them. And I've got a little Christmas tree cutter. You can pick cutters up from all over really, or online. Now the one with the stained glass window, I used heart shape, and to get a hole in the middle for the stained glass, I just used this nozzle to punch a hole in it. And the trick is get a glacé fruit, our boiled sweet, and the whole one unwrapped goes in the hole, and it just bakes and melts down. And you've got it, look, I've got a red one. Isn't that beautiful? So simple. So, a glacé fruit, I've got my cutters out of the way. Oh, if you want to put them on the tree, you need to punch a hole through the biscuit, like I've done here, before you bake it. And when it comes out of the oven, just push it through again, because it sometimes seals up a bit. And there you go. So easy. So, oh, I've got the ribbon for the hanging, and I've got mostly shop bought things. So you make your biscuits and you either buy or make, and I will put the recipe for the royal icing on the site as well. Some royal icing. I've got a nozzle just because I happen to have them, but to be honest, with this sort of stuff, if you get a piping bag and just snip off the tiniest bit at the end, you don't need a nozzle at all. And I've got the type of thing that you can buy in any supermarket that kids love. These are your writing icings. I've got some Smarties, I've got some little beans for the buttons, and I've got some googly eyes. You can get these from all the supermarkets now. And I've got this from the local supermarket. These are hollyberry and leaves. And that's the one I made for this little thing. Can you see how pretty that is? Okay, so no further ado. Let's do a regular gingerbread man. So you can do what you like, kids can do this. But what I like to do is squeeze and put him some sleeves on. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. squeeze and put him another one on there, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And some, well, bottoms of his trousers, just a bit of fancy. And then he needs some buttons, so squeeze 1, squeeze 2, squeeze 3. Now you can just leave that as it is, but if you want to, kids like to do this, they can put some little coloured beans on to trim it up a little bit. So I've got 3 different colours gone on there. Now, facial expressions. You can use the googly eyes by just putting the dab on as glue and getting a couple of googles going. That 1, 2, ha, and a little bit of the red. We're going to have red lips, Christmas. A little bit of the red for a little mouth. Squeeze. A dot will do. A dot's fine. See? Cute. Or, I won't do a whole other one because we've got quite a few to get through, but if you want to do eyes without the Google ones and make them yourself, then you can get loads of expression. So on this, squeeze a bigger blodge of white icing. You cannot actually buy this as well ready-made if you want to. You don't need to make your own. It comes in a tub. So I've put the white on there, and one of the black kids writing icings, you can squeeze a dab for his pupils, and that's when you can make it a little bit crazy, because you can make him cross-eyed, or you can make him looking up to the heavens, whatever you like. Little tip, if you have a little paintbrush handy, you can tidy that up if it just gets a little bit, you see there. Oh yes, you're saying, what's going on here? What's going on? So, of course, you can use your own imagination here. You can use colours. The kids would go mad to do this. Just like I used in the white. Daub, daub. So easy. Okay, so moving on. Now, this is what I really like. If you can get hold of these miniature candy canes, I got mine online, but a lot of these shops will have this sort of thing at Christmas. And that's going to be the Antlers. So remember, we turn it the other way up. And using some of the royal icing as a glue, just run some down the candy cane, like that. And pointing outwards, press it down. It might take a few minutes to stick, okay. And then the other one, just making sure that you glue otherwise you'll have 2 antlers pointing the wrong way. And we'll just squeeze that along there and arrange it. And again, the same principle with the eyes. I'm going to use googly ones that I've bought because I think they're fun. But you can just make your own, like I did with the other one. And nose-wise, of course, Rudolph's got to have a red nose. It wouldn't be Rudolph if he didn't have one. So, choices here I've got are a red Smartie. Can you see? A red Smartie. Nice. Or half a red glacé cherry. That's a big red oat, isn't it? Lovely. So, well, seeing as I've got a half cherry left, we'll put this one on. So again, we're just gluing it on really. And you can put expression on these if you want to. You can put eyebrows, and obviously you can give it a little mouth. I'm just going to give it a smiley. Like that. You could bag these up again and put them with some ribbon and make a little gift. So what else have we got? As quick as I can. As quick as I can. Christmas tree. All I'm going to do with this one is squeezing and following the outline of the tree. Across. Paul Hollywood says I wasn't bad at icing. And that was praise indeed. So that's the idea. And you can of course buy these dusts in the supermarket. And you can just give it a little bit of glitter on there. And with the, so here we are, this is the sweetie in there. Again, I'll just show you what I've done on that one. I mean, it's just whatever you fancy. I've done some lines and some dots. And with piping, it's all to do with the pressure you use it on your bag. But it's a little bit of practice and you'll probably find that you're quite good at it. It's not that hard. So yeah, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And you notice I'm sitting down at my table in the kitchen, which is a lovely thing to do Christmas time, especially with the kids. If you get the Christmas carols on and you get a glass of sherry or something like that. See, just going round. And this was my favourite. Now I said that, didn't I? I said this one. Just using the shop bought, I think that in all, I made a nice round one with a hole so that ribbon can go in there. And I just squeezed enough royal icing onto that. Now you need nimble fingers with these and I haven't got them, but normally I would put 3 leaves and a couple of 3 little red berries. Stick them wherever you like. With decorating, I do find that odd numbers are best. 1, 3, 5, 7. It just sort of works from an artistic point of view. So on this one, I'm just going to put 1 on. Because you know what I'm doing, don't you? You can see what's happening here. And then I put some snowdrops all around the other one. Squeeze, squeeze. You can do them all over if you like. That's the fun about this. You can be really creative. Or not creative at all and just eat them. See? And of course, I've got some gold. A little bit. How beautiful does that look? So, I've done all the biscuits. So I'm really pleased with those. I'm going to just have to give these away now to my neighbours because I've got lots of children around, so that's good. So just back to the online festival. You can find everything you need to know about the festival, the online festival, by going on the website. So that's www.durhamfestivaloffoodandrink.co.uk, and that's where you go to find out what's going on. That's where you go to find out what the traders are selling, so you can get some Christmas presents and produce, because obviously it's all about beautiful food and all the great things in the region that we are now looking forward to for 2021. Okay, so from me to you, have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you.